Hi everyone, this is Scott Swanay with Fantasy Baseball Sherpa, and this is a fantasy baseball preview of the 2012 Arizona Diamondbacks pitching staff. Now, I think Arizona is not going to do as well as most of the pundits are predicting. I think they're more likely to be a 500 team than they are to be a division-winning team. I think if they're at 500, that's going to put them in the running with the Padres and the Dodgers for the bottom of the division. Meanwhile, I see the Rockies and the Giants fighting it out for the NL West title this year. I think, like I said, the Diamondbacks are going to be about a 500 team. Unfortunately, their hitting is a big drag. They're probably 3 or 4 guys on their starting 8 hitters that are going to be under 250 this year, and that's a major drag for them. Their pitching staff, I don't think, is as good as everyone seems to think it is either. They've got a lot of young arms on the way up from their minor league system, but I don't think they're going to have a major impact this year. And I think their 4th and 5th starters are bad enough that it's actually going to hurt them this year and keep them from contending with the likes of the Giants and the Rockies then. So let's take a look. For the Diamondbacks starting pitching staff, the top fantasy baseball option is Ian Kennedy. And when you look at him, you can probably expect him to pitch about 210 innings, give you maybe 15 wins. I think his ERA will be in the low to mid threes, whip around 115, and he'll strike out just under 8 guys per 9 innings. The second option, the young fireballer Daniel Hudson, who really broke out last year, I think you're looking again at about 210 innings from him, maybe a win or 2 less than Kennedy has. His ERA will probably be about half a point higher, 3.7 or so, and a whip around 110. He's a little bit more of a strikeout pitcher. He'll strike out about 8.3 per 9 innings. The other mixed league option in the Arizona starting staff is Trevor Cahill, who came over this winter in a trade with the Athletics. He's going to also be in the low 200 innings. I think 200 is a good estimate for him. About 12 wins, ERA just under 4, whip around 130, and he's not as much of a strikeout pitcher. He'll probably be just under 6 Ks per 9 innings. Looking at the closer situation, J.J. Putz is the pretty clear-cut closer there, not much competition. If his arm holds up, he should probably save 35 to 40 games this year, and his ERA should be a little bit under 3, whip about 110, and he'll strike out a little bit over a guy an inning. Now, if you're looking at other guys in their bullpen that you might want to speculate on in terms of saves, if something should happen to Putz, either injury or ineffectiveness, there's 2 guys I would take a look at, and those are David Hernandez and Takashi Saito. Those are both 2 guys to keep in mind if you're in an NL-only league and you're speculating for saves. And speaking of NL-only leagues, their 4th and 5th starters are Josh Clementer and Joe Saunders. Neither one of them belongs on your team in a mixed league, but you will get down to that level if you're playing in an NL-only league. So hopefully you don't have to rely on them for any big contributions for your pitching staff, but if you do, they're not the dregs, but you really don't want them on your staff if you can help it. So for customizable player projections and rankings for over 700 players that are updated throughout spring training, please visit fantasybaseballsherpa.com, and also please check us out on Twitter at fantasy_Sherpa. For Fantasy Baseball Sherpa, I'm Scott Swanay. See you next time.